it's Elena, and today I'll be sharing with you guys why I chose Cambridge over Princeton. Now, over the past few weeks, I've been sharing with you guys a few details about my applications to both universities, and a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments and through my blog which university I ended up choosing. So I thought I'd make a little video about my reasons for choosing Cambridge. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say that I was actually never planning on studying in the UK. I always thought that I would study at an American university. I actually have no idea why, but this was just kind of in my head. So I'm actually kind of surprised that I ended up choosing the UK over the US. And yeah, let's take a look at my reasons. So my first reason for choosing Cambridge over Princeton was the major. Because at the end of the day, I want to become a lawyer, and I've known that I want to study law for over 4 years now, so I'm pretty set on that major. But in the US, you cannot major in law as an undergraduate. But in the UK, you can study law for your undergraduate studies. So it was actually more beneficial for me to go to the UK because I could study the thing that I really wanted to study for a few years now, a little bit earlier than I could in the US. Because in the US, you can only do law for your master. So going to the UK had that benefit of studying what I really want to study, and that was obviously a big plus for the UK. Now, my second reason was that in the US you do an education called liberal arts, which means that you explore a lot of different courses and a lot of different subject areas, while in the UK you only have your subject and that is all that you study. Now, I think I would have liked exploring a little bit, because also in school, even the subjects that I didn't like as much, I still found them quite interesting because I always learned something new and, you know, something that I could apply somewhere else. But on the other hand, I do want to study law and not, you know, biology or chemistry or whatever. So I just think focusing on the thing that I really like is actually better for me, because I'm someone who's really set on a major and a career, so it's very clear where I want to go, whereas in the US, you know, they give you a chance to explore a little bit. It's probably better to go there if you're not really sure what you want to major in. But as someone who is very certain that that is the major they want to study, I think going to the UK is the smarter decision, because you're only focused on the one thing that you really wanted to study. Now, my third reason was the financial aid that Princeton gave me, because Princeton's financial aid was just not great. Because Princeton has their own financial aid application, so there's a lot of things that they don't consider that schools that use the CSS profile, which is the common financial aid application, would consider. Now, the result of that was that Princeton expected my parents to contribute almost double as much as any other school that used the CSS profile expected them to contribute. And that was just a lot. So for me, going to Cambridge was actually a lot cheaper than going to Princeton, because I'm an EU student, so I pay reduced fees at Cambridge. And you know, that means that I can just save some money on my undergrad and then actually have a bit of money left for my master, which is quite important when you already know that you want to do a master. And I'm someone where it's very clear that I'm very likely going to do a master, and you know, you want to plan ahead for the future and not just plan for the next 3 years, because doing a master can also be quite expensive. So for me, choosing the cheaper option was really the better way here. Now, my fourth reason for choosing Cambridge over Princeton was the accommodation. Now, in the US, you usually live with like at least one roommate and you share a bathroom with like 20 to 30 people. And in the UK, it's quite different, or at least at the college in Cambridge that I applied to, which is St. John's College, because usually you have your own bathroom or you share it with one roommate, and you know, that is a huge difference to sharing a bathroom with like 20 to 30 people. And you know, I know what I'm talking about when I say sharing a bathroom with 20 to 30 people, because that's what I did for the past 2 years in boarding school, and I lived in a dorm with 3 other girls, so you know, I know what dorm life is like. And personally, I loved my roommates and I loved living in a dorm, but it can also be quite exhausting, and I'm really excited for having my own room for a change, and you know, being able to really decide when do you want to wake up, when do you want to start studying, and all of this stuff, because it's just, you know, a lot more convenient, to say so. Although I do have to say, living with a roommate also has a lot of benefits, because you literally have a best friend from the first day on, and that is just great. So I do think that living with a roommate would also have been nice, but you know, sharing a bathroom with 20 to 30 people is usually not nice. So you know, I'm really excited for having my own bathroom for a change. Now, that was of course not a major reason, but you know, convenience is a concern for every student. And then my last reason for choosing Cambridge over Princeton was the way that the universities communicated with me, because Cambridge reached out to me immediately after I got a conditional offer, and one of their professors actually came to Hong Kong and talked to me and answered all my questions. And you know, I told him in all honesty, you know, I'm not really planning on coming to the UK because I really want to go to the US. And he was like, well, that's okay, I understand, but you know, I do want you to know that if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And he was like, you know, why don't you just keep the conditional offer for now and see if you can meet the conditions? And you know, he actually then offered to Skype with me after I met my conditional offer, you know, to answer any questions that I still had. And I was just amazed by, you know, how much they showed me that they really wanted me to come to the college, because from Princeton's side, nothing like that was coming, you know. I get it, that's maybe not the way that they do outreach, but you know, it just showed me that in Cambridge, they really want me to get to know the college, they want me to know what life at Cambridge is like, and they really want me to come there. And that just made me feel like I would probably be a bit happier there, because they really showed me as a college that they actually cared about me as an applicant and then me as a potential student there. And I think that is really the most important thing when choosing university. Choose a place where you think you can be happy, where you think you're going to fit in, but also where you think you're going to be challenged. And I do think that Cambridge is going to be very challenging academically. Like, I think it's going to be really hard, and I am a little bit scared of the hard work, but I'm also really excited because I'm going to study the thing that I've wanted to study for the past 4 years. So I think it's going to be a really great experience, but it's also going to be quite tough. But yeah, you know, we're gonna see. I hope that you guys will follow my journey at Cambridge University through my blog and through my channel. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about my university applications or my decision, feel free to write them in the comments or write me through the contact section of my blog, which is linked in the info box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!